Welcome to our session today. I'm your instructor, CP Arengo Frederick. And today's session, I want us to, of course, look at what we'll be covering in our block revisions, given that revisions are always ideal to help us, of course, to review whatever that we've done over the semester. So, today's session, I want us to analyze financial reporting and analysis. You'll find that these are very important unit that we do have, and the most beautiful part of it is that is a statement paper. So anytime you're dealing with a statement paper, you should always be very happy because number one, you'll find that the examiner or the marker will concentrate on the correct entries that you have filled in the question. So I'm making it one of the most easiest paper that you can pass. Yeah, I know you'd be like, Mwalimu, how are you saying that passing a FAR is easy? Yes, it is very easy. Number one secret that I shared with you is make sure that you've mastered all the formats. When you're looking at SAP, make sure that you're having the format of SAP. When you read about cash flows, make sure that you're having this aspect of cash flows. When you read about, of course, income statement, you should be having these formats. It will help you a lot because you realize that majority of the points that will be expected to fill, ideally they're just straightforward from the paper that you're given. So, what should we expect anytime you're handling, of course, financial reporting? At this point, you'll find that we have two cases. We have aspects of number one, financial reporting and analysis. So one thing that you must be very sure is that a question for analysis must be tested. And when you're looking at the analysis part here, we are talking about, number one, talk about common size financial statements, common size financial statements, common size financial statements. And number two, we talk about what we normally refer to as what? Aspect of ratio analysis. One of these must be there in your paper. That one I can tell you without any fear of contradiction. One of these must be there. Common sense financial statements or ratio analysis. So as you're doing your revision, ask yourself, are you good with either of the two? Are you very good with either of the two? When you read about common size, do you have that aspect of format or the concept behind it? When you read about ratio analysis, because ratio analysis is why, do you have that concept? That is very important for us to make sure that at least we are looking at. And of course, in our revisions, we've also looked at these two concepts, which are very ideal for us. Number two, you'll find that there's one area that we must always be very sure it has to be tested. Yeah, when you're talking about now aspect of reporting. When you read about reporting, one thing that we must be very sure that it will be tested, not unless things changes. Yeah, we have of course the aspect to do with statement for other interest entities. That is talk about consolidation. Yeah, consolidation, or simply aspect of you can refer to this as group accounts. Yeah, we are very sure that at least a concept on consolidation must be tested. Remember, we're looking at the major areas that at least we should make sure that we are good on, right? So, looking at consolidation, remember these are where also we have aspect of a branch. So at least it is ideal, yeah, that you have this knowledge of branch. And I think we have very good videos by the way for branch, which will enable you to understand the concept very well. The other key area that we are certain we have to be tested, it is this topic of accounting for assets and liabilities, yeah. And majorly talk about accounting for leases, right? And we normally consider as well the aspect of deferred tax. So talk about accounting for leases, or simply we have this key area which you're referring to as, of course, deferred taxes. Deferred taxes. See, common areas that at least at all times you must be very good at, regardless of which sitting you're doing. Just make sure that you're good with accounting for leases and accounting for what? Deferred taxes. Mhm. Another area that Molimu will also want to share with us here, of course, would be at all times, at all times, we should always be prepared when we are talking about what? We should always be prepared with the concept of published financial statements. So, published financial statements can come in two ways. Published financial statements can come in two ways. The first case, we can talk about cash flows. Remember, right now, cash flows are this level of financial reporting and analysis. Cash flow, it is not on group or consolidation, but cash flows are in published financial statement. So the secret with published is always very simple, right? We'll always be talking about four main elements. That is income statement, comprehensive statement, income statement, talk about statement of changes in equity, talk about statement of financial position, as well as the aspect of statement of cash flows. So that's why Molimu is putting here that we have what? The component of cash flows. So at all times, make sure that you have perfected on that, regardless of additional information that will always be given. Just make sure that you are good on this. Lastly, I'm not ruling out that you should not study other things, but Molimu is saying that for you to pass this paper on one attempt, these are some of the key areas that you should always be having at your fingertips, always. So, the other key element you can talk about here, of course, that would be this very good topic. Talk about preparation of financial statements for different entities, and we normally try to talk about what aspect of partnership. So we have partnership. Partnership, recall, we normally consider conversion or dissolution. So you should be perfect on the two, conversion and dissolution as well. Okay. In addition to that, under that, these are marks that can take you places you've never seen before. So make sure that you balance this, and we have prepared very good notes for you in relation to theory, question, and answers, which you can always get this on our platform. So for financial reporting and analysis, perfect on this theory, then you tell me the results. We are not ruling out the other things, but Molimu is really insisting on the concepts that we should always be having in our fingertips. So once you perfected on these areas, I know very well that when once you're through the exams, you'll always be like, Molimu, honestly, at this point, you really assisted us. And you're saying, we have very good package that we have prepared for you for these revisions. More so for those who are doing these coming exams. All you need to do is simple. You just need to go to our platform. You can either download, go to Play Store, search Mdarasa. It will bring you Mdarasa Lite. If at all you're using your browser, go to app.mdarasa.com. If at all you're using your browser, go to app.mdarasa.com. Create your account there. After you've created your account, you'll find that on the segments, we have coursework, we have revisions. On your end, all you need to do is just to click what? Revisions. Then follow the process and you'll give me the results. I'm very sure after that, you're going to remove the results. So this applies not only to financial reporting and analysis, but all the units for CPA, all the units that you can get under revisions, whatever that has already been uploaded in our platform. To this point, guys, as you prepare for your exams, I wish you nothing but the best. And as I've always said, we need to prepare what? In a smart manner. And preparing smartly, that is when you're using what? Mdarasa. So to that point, thank you so much. I hope to see you guys in our class as we continue with our revisions. Bye-bye.